open eye, feel the waves cut through me, hypnotized by the sounds I'm breathing in. Hold tight, chemicals collide. Hold tight, hold tight, hold tight. Dripping lights paint the skies, all because of you. Dripping lights paint the skies, only you can make me move. You can make me move. Can make me move. You can make me move. Can make me. So alive, make it last forever. Stop in time, yeah, I'm surrendering. Hold tight, chemicals collide. Hold tight, hold tight, hold tight. Dripping lights paint the skies, all because of you. Dripping lights paint the skies, only you can make me move. You can make me move. Can make me move. Can make me move. You can make me move.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are here for round number 2 of the ARL EU Supercross series. I will be around for the rest of SX at least if they find someone better. They could do MX, but I might be doing that as well for you guys. But yeah, any like mic issues or audio issues that need to be changed, just let me know. I could fix that on the fly. But yeah, just waiting for qualifying to wrap up. I think the lobbies are done, and they're just now importing all the times into here. They got the 250s, it looks like, but not the 450s, so I'm going to swap over to that real quick for you guys. All right. Got the 250 times here. It is Ken's P1 with a 56.4. We have HW, they 57.2. They are 1 and 2 in the championship. Mosai in P3 with the 57.5. And then we have Valentine in a P4 with the 57.5 as well. Victor P5, 57.7. And then Frank P6, 57.9. And then we got Rush Chapman, or Chapstick. It goes by in here with the 58.2. Matteo with the 58.5. F Cancer with, I think, I gotta remember his name, but I know who he is. Right there for that, P9 spot with the 58.6, and then our P10 with the 58.7. Now we're going to go over and see if they have any of the 450 times in. It looks like they do. All right. As you can tell, it is Cam once again at top of the board after winning last week. They 54.7, almost 1.5 seconds quicker than almost anyone else, which not really surprising, but hey, it's MXB racing, so anything can happen in here. You got Jake P2 with the 56.1, Trojan also with the 56.1 and P3, really getting his speed on this year. Neon P4 with the 56.3, Linz P5, 56.5. And then JS7, 57.0, Reed, 57.4, Aiden, 57.5, Dizzle. This is all just your Heat 1. So, there is more whenever you scroll down. You see all your other riders for Heat 2. See across the bottom, we are going to be watching 250 Heat 1 first, and then we're going to go to the 450 LCQ as 250s, or as the Heats and the LCQs are not staggered, they're run simultaneously. But then we get to watch both mains. So, just scroll down here, you can see the Heat 2 of the 250s lineup. So, yeah, now we're just going to be waiting for the thing. I'll let this scroll by. I got some pictures from people that posted, just around the Discord and everything. But yeah, just kind of waiting, seeing what happens here. Waiting for lobbies to go up. People tune into the stream and all that good stuff. So just waiting for everything to kick off here for round 2 of the ARL Championship. Trying to scroll through soon. I got as much skins as I could. Hopefully it is enough. I believe I got the Moto Academy skins. Is that I should have some other skins along with it. Just have to wait and see. But so just slowly waiting for these lobbies to go up, and then I'll swatch over to a screen, and then we can get it on. You just have some music slowly playing in the background, so it's not just dead silence here. All right, loading in, waiting for. I'll get a rundown of everything. Once that happens. All right, 5 minutes for everyone to join. Alrighty. Let me go see if I have any skins in here. Probably not a lot of them. We could always go check, go look around. I downloaded all the skins that were sent to me, so. I got sent the Moto Academy skins, but it looks like Ken's is not wearing whatever I was sent. Also, the music is not going to be perfect. It's in the background here for a little bit because obviously it's got to be non-copyright. But hey. Thank you boys for following. What's up, Randy? DB getting everyone in here for the stream. Don't have it popped up here, but we're going to watch 250 Heat 1. Then we're going to be watching the 450 LCQ. And then we're going to watch both the mains. Obviously, because for those who weren't here earlier, the Heats and the LCQs are not going to be staggered. Just so the night goes on just a little bit quicker. So I witnessed we got Valentine's gear for Bud Racing. And that might be it, honestly. I should have more 450 guys, so. I have to wait and look for them, but we got Frank's stuff. Only because I made it. So we got a bike for Frank out here. Got his gear for PWR. His PWR MX Locker, so I just put MX Locker on the bike. He is running a model swapped KTM, so he has a different bike that he's riding. But let's forget that one. We got all 20 people in here, just waiting. Steven rocking the stock gear, love to see it. But now we wait. Looks like we got Mateo as well. Now we're just waiting for this gate to get ready to drop. Looks like they're just waiting for other people to join in on other servers. Until then, just kind of waiting here. I'm probably going to stay in free roam a lot because that's just what I prefer for commentating facilities here. And the preset cameras, kind of get my own view of all the action. It looks like gate's about to drop, so I'm going to turn the music off, get ready for some racing here today. Thank you, another one for the follow. But everyone getting lined up here for 250 heat number 1 for Ariel EU Series. So we got Chapstick all the way on the outside here today, trying to get her done. Got Oliver, Easton, Wrecked, Clappy, Smiles, Sharpo. We got Pipsqueak, RP, Mateo, F Cancer. I think his name is. I can't remember his name, but we got Victor, Frank, Valentine, HW, Moza, and Ken's all the way on the inside. Your points leader choosing to get all the way inside here today. Just gotta wait and see what can happen for you. Jim of the start. All right, I will get that start for you guys. Looks like it's about ready to roll. Seeing them all, the gates are revving up. Getting ready to drop here for 250 heat 1. Somebody getting angsty on the outside here. Waiting to see what happens. Everyone push forward. Gate is down. So you can start. Frank is looping his Larry on the inside. landmine coming in here. Moza's getting a good start. Everybody going down in that first corner, but Moza and Smiles making out okay. Marco is going to be able to get here, or Mateo, sorry. CW moving into P2 around the outside. A lot of these guys going inside. Going step on here, step off, then he got a triple. Can they get the second triple? Moza sending it, cases it a little bit short. Gonna have to double and then single into the corner. Then you got all the riders right behind him here. Mateo goes front flipping off the track. CW sticking it in P2. RP trying to come on through. Pipsqueak, Easton, everyone trying to find their way forward after the first turn crash. Frank gets sent by Steven there in the background. But it looks like it's going to be Moza is going to lead him through after lap 1. Mateo, P2 has some cuts, so CW is going to be ahead of him on timing and scoring. Pipsqueak going to end up P4. 5, Easton, RP 6th, HW, and 7th, Valentine. We got Smiles, Sharpa, Oliver, Victor, Chapstick, still looking for our points leader. I might have missed him. Looks like he's in P11 in this little mix here. See if he got through. HW is P2 in points. And then there's Ken's here. 1 and 2 in points. All the way buried in the pack here. Trying to get over this over-under. Looks like they're down in P16 and 18. Somewhere around there. A whole bunch of riders. But Mosa, is really leading the pack here. Had a CW, Pipsqueak. Looks like small mistake from Mateo. He's going to lose him a couple positions. Everyone's still going down. Whole bunch of riders still together trying to make their way through here. Still pretty good for the riders in the back. There's not a lot of separation yet for the transfer positions, so don't got to worry too much about quickly moving forward. It looks like Chapstick is in that final transfer spot. Misses the rut. Steven's going to move him alongside. And looks like Steven's ahead of most of these guys on cuts. Chapstick couldn't stand the bike up quick enough, so now Easton has a chance. It looks like Victor is on the outside, just barely because of cuts. Oliver up ahead of him. Looks like now that is slowly chaining Mizzou. Gaming coming in. RP looks to be down in the whoops. Easton down in the whoops. Looks like Valentine as well. And Steven going over the bars at the end of the second whoop section. And the 3-4 rider pile. Make it 5 now. And it looks like Wrecked got collected. Ken's just barely misses it. And HW is slowly getting by him. Looks like Steven goes down along with Frank. He's able to keep it up. Frank just moves HW out of the way there. So Frank getting feisty early in this heat race. Ken's right behind him trying to move forward. Frank in that final trim spot. Got to be wary of these guys right behind him trying to get in. Singles to the inside. Kind of over jumps before that single. Gets a step off. Smiles is down. F Cancer's down it right next to him. Frank gets into Smiles. Down he goes. Everyone moving forward now, gaining a couple spots. Easton going around the outside here. Looks like Victor had a small mistake up ahead. But slowly moving forward. Oliver going around the outside. Victor covering that inside from him, makes a mistake, so Easton around the outside is going to get the pass done. Looks like it's going to move him into P8 here, and now looks like Oliver and F Cancer are fighting each other. F Cancer gets down the inside. Oliver cannot defend it. Smiles going around the outside, gets squirrely, swaps left and right, goes over the bars, and down it goes. Easton mistake on top of the table. Looks to be a tough track for these 250 riders here, and down it goes F Cancer out of that final transfer spot. Easton going a little bit forward, got to wait for timing and scoring to update here. And, kind of cross jumps him. Doesn't get the full launch off of there. Ends up taking him down. Now we got to worry about this guy's HW. Where is he? Still looking for him. Might have missed him. Might be a little bit farther back, but who knows exactly where. Timing scoring has him a little bit up the ways. Actually, here he is now. Had a Victor on track. See if it's just because of cuts or not. But we have to wait and see. He's going to triple, gets a little squirrely, saves it. Victor trying to hold on here down the inside. He's going to get the pass because of that mistake. So HW, final transfer spot for your P2 in points. See if he could hold on to it. Looks like he's got a bit of a gap between him and a small mistake behind him for CW. Valentine's going to get through. Pipsqueak mistake as well. And so all these guys are fighting back here down in P12. It looks like Frank down the inside makes a couple of passes into the whoops. Easton gets squirrely to the right side. Barely misses Frank, and Frank's going to hold on to try to move forward here. He's got to catch all the way up to Pipsqueak, who's way up here now. It might be just because of cuts that he's fallen so far back, maybe. But Ken's looking after Mateo here, getting a P2 in the seat race after a horrible start. Looking down the inside, gets the triple into the corner, gets the double. Kind of has to check up here to go double, single. He's going to hold on. Mateo going outside here. Try to get the full triple. Just gets a tire tap to the inside. And we got Chapstick. HW off track. Trying to go down the inside. Covering the inside from Victor. Then we got Valentine. sitting in P6. Frank, case in there in P8 now, and now he's up to a transfer spot after a couple mistakes, couple crashes early, up ahead of Pipsqueak. He was still in P9. Then he got Easton, F Cancer, Mazio, F Cancer down, Mazio down the inside. Everyone cutting there. Sharpo cutting that inside there. Might have to let up just a tiny bit. Oliver pushing him off to the side, almost making him crash side by side. Boner air, both of them. Oh, and bouncing. He goes, able to reset quickly, so that's going to mess him up. And it looks like we had Smiles just retire down there in the bottom, but going back forward, it is still Pipsqueak holding on to it just barely, but he's got a land rush of riders all behind him. One of them goes down on that, looks like Easton on the over-under. Mazao Gaming taking that middle rut, same as Oliver. So everyone kind of starting to spread out now. This is where it's going to get tricky for these guys to catch back up to try to make it in there. But Frank making that mistake, barely clipping to step over. It looks like if Cancer goes down, makes a small mistake. Oh, that's T-Moss. Of course it is. Mazao Gaming just barely casing these jumps, trying to make it in here. He's got to catch up to, I guess it's T-Moss now making some mistakes. And over the bars he goes, so he might not even make it. Oh, and he does a backflip as well. So here comes the land rush of riders trying to get through. Without gaming mistake, F Cancer trying to go around the outside. Easton able to get past both of them. But now he has everything right behind him, T-Moss does. He's got to not be too wary. Easton has him off of cuts. Ooh, they're being really sketchy here. And he looks like to make a mistake. He's going to get past. Ooh, and gets into the side of him. And Mazao Gaming goes down. Sharpo goes down behind him. So now Pipsqueak goes from a transfer spot to out of it now. And Mazao Gaming and Easton are going to be the two fighting for it. As they got 2 seconds between them. It is the last lap now. Let me go up to find your leader of Moza. Looks to be really checked out here. Got the whole shot and just kind of never looked back here today on this 250 Heat 1. So, might have an eye on him. He might be comfortable with this track. We'll have to wait and see. Got to keep an eye on that final transfer spot. Doesn't look to be, making too many changes over there. But we'll have to wait and see. Moza, like I said, has a bit of a gap. Ken's working through the pack, though. Got a not so great start, but is able to move forward and make his way up into P2. His championship competitor after round 1 is in P6 right now. And it looks like there's Mateo, and then there he is. Looks like he might have just moved into P5, maybe P4, depending on where Chapstick is. But taking your 250 Heat 1 win tonight is going to be Moza, leading start to finish. No problems for him. Keep an eye on him heading into this main event. It's going to be Ken's in your P2 spot. And then it looks like, as we go back even more, it's going to be Mateo P3. P4 is going to be HW. To wait on cuts, though. P4 is where Chaps is going to get. P5 for Valentine. P6 is going to be HW. 7th for Victor. 8th is going to come across as Frank. Yeah, there's Frank at P8. Now we're keeping an eye on this right here. See if anything can happen. See if Oliver can close in. But Easton has your 9th and final transfer spot right now. Oliver makes a small mistake. I don't think it's going to be enough. And Easton is going to take that final transfer spot into the main here. Oliver, F Cancer, Mazao Gaming, RP, Sharpo, Pipsqueak, Wrecked, CW, Smiles, Clappy, and Steven are all going to be heading to ARL CQ here tonight. All right. That was some intense racing. I expect to be a little bit more intense for that 450 LCQ that we're going to be getting ready to watch here tonight. That is a fair assessment. But also tucking the front end and then back flipping right here was also not the play, Travis or T-Moss. So that also got you close to him, but it's MX bikes. Can't really expect much more. There's going to be a lot of bar banging in this game. A lot of people don't know a lot of racecraft, so here we are. And then I'm going to do that. Get ready for the next one. And then we're gonna hop back into here. I think I'm gonna see some tomfoolery here, but there you go. Now it's actually working. Now we're gonna be going on to the 450 LCQ. But it's kind of slowly waiting here, seeing what happens. I wish we raced the flat checks, honestly. I'm not a big fan of the Reddit, but I also didn't really race them the last time we had them. Boy, it not fully up to me, so just gotta race them. But hey, now I get to commentate instead of race the track, so I'll take it. Heck yeah. Love people sending in their gear 10 minutes after the racing for heats have started. Love to see it, love to see it. Let's see here. That is fair. Alright, time to see who all did equally as bad as Travis in the 450s. So we load in here. Alrighty. Oh yeah, Dizzle, let's go. Got the 39 bike for Element and Trinidad Fado. Let's see if we can find any more people. So that is so number 47. Getting in the mind of Dizzle here. Heck yeah. We got a husky in here. I downloaded their stuff, so maybe they don't have any huskies. I don't know. No, they're on model swaps. I forget. Never mind. Oh, everybody with model swaps, they can't be bothered to also make a bike for the usual. For the regular OEM. Alrighty, well. Slowly waiting for this thing to kick off. Only kid I got, so the only one I'm really showing off. Yeah. I start showing him off, and he leaves. Oh, no Cam, Neon, or Lens in this one, so no top 3 in points going to the LCQ here. Looks like we're waiting on one more person to join. Oh, there's Davy's stuff. Let's see, Dizzle stuff, and everyone else doesn't really have stuff. Oh, we got HM's gear for TSCZ. Got Dylan doing transfers. Got Chase in here. Not the Chase from NA. Did not notice that Dizzle had the American helmet, but oh yeah. So let's see, we got HM, we got Davey, we got Joku, Dizzle, Logan, Taro, Chase, there go TK, Boca, Brian, Chromesy, Bedden, Danny, Dylan, Gurn, Tiger, Stewart, Laurent Dumas, Uteria, Ollie Roy, and Zebex. What the hell is that Tiger person writing? Yummy. More photos, sure. Alright. Well, while we're waiting, let's take a peek here at how the track looks. Pretty fucking chopped if you'd ask me. Got a double, and then a triple, and a double. That's probably what they're going to be doing in real life. And then in real life, they're either going to go on, off, or step over triple. They're probably going to go on-off triple as well. And then you could probably triple this. And then you go triple single, or you go triple and then triple to the outside in real life, where that would set them up to probably go triple double. But if you're going to do the single, go inside, double, triple. Don't know if they're going to go inside in real life here, but could be an option. But they're either going to go tire tap or full on triple, or do that roll thing that everyone's doing to the inside. Come around under the over-under bridge. Doesn't let me go under it in bikes. Hit the little double. Get the Supercross triple. Come around the corner here. Hit the whoops. The absolutely chopped whoops. Got a little indent in them right here. And then it just stops, which should have just done it all the way through, to be honest with you, because it's not what happens in real life. They don't get 5 whoops in, and then the next 5 is just nothing. They got the table over single. They got another one where, same thing, does not divot in on one of them, and then none on the rest. And then you turn around here, go over this table. This is an absolute pain in the ass to hit in the game because of these things. It'll just send you wonky. Gonna step over, land down here. And then you're gonna come around here. You could either go inside, go double, triple, or you could go outside, swing around here, do the full triple, and then do a double here. What these fast guys are doing that I hate are gonna go triple, and then they're gonna really think bounce that thing and quad. So what some people might be doing in the mains for 450s. Most people are gonna go this triple single. And then yeah, we're back to the start that we showed off at the beginning. I do have the sound kind of down. You should be able to hear this man revving his bike. If you still can't hear him after that, that's all good. Hell yeah, Gurren, that's the start we want to see out of you in this LCQ. Get the backflip going. Charge through the pack. I think we're just waiting on one guy to join, but who knows if he will. You can see I got that line there to show where the cutoff is, that orangish, goldish line there. Kind of show the top 4 making it. But now we're just kind of waiting. Heck yeah, that's a goated line right there over that. Let's take a look-see here. All right, how many random people we got? How many duplicates? Turn the bit rate up, brother. It's already at 12K. It honestly, it could be. So I have to do the for some reason, bikes fucking sucks, and it won't let me do screen capture. I have to do game capture, which could honestly really be fucking with it. No matter what, I've tried everything. Like I've tried my turning off what thing I use for clips. I tried changing a lot of settings around. Nothing happened. So I just kind of gave up and was like, all right, cool. I'm just running game capture then. There's Kevin Hart. Oh, there he is. That ain't Kevin Hart. That's just... Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I'm hoping it doesn't look too bad, but because I honestly can't make it any better. A bit right. Ooh, keep out drop. Keep out drop. Here, let me. I don't think it affects me, but just in case. Alright, we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. See loops there, Larry, on this bitch. Should probably turn off the music. Alright. Ah, fair. Alright, gate's about to drop. Hear them revving their bike. Let's see who gets a good start here. Dizzle more towards the inside. 4 from the box. Gates down. Looks like Tier's going to get a good jump here. Dizzle kind of mid-back. Oh, and he gets cut off here by Tier, who just does not make the corner. And it's going to be Stewart. Davey. Danny goes down collecting him. Davey front flips, lands it. There we go. That's how you make a main right there. But Stewart's going to take the lead early. Misses the quad. Misses the triple after the table. And then Davey's going to go into the lead here. Boca trying to move in forward. We got Chromesy, everyone battling here, but Davey's going to get the early lead here. Boca trying to hold on. It looks like Logan, as Stewart goes down, HMW gets stuck in the bales. Oh, even more mistakes for him. It's like Dylan's going to chop through everyone, but Oliroy is going to hold on right now for that final chance. Boca mistake on the finish line. Must got kicked sideways in one of those ruts. Could not hold it together. And now here we go through the loops, giving the 250s a lot of trouble. HM right next to the tough blocks. Could not hold on there. But Joku, oh, looks like someone cased my PTK. Oh, and HM gets taken down by Joku. Boca's going to get by Chromesy. Then we got Chase, Laurent Dumas. And then we got everyone trying to move on through here. Dylan still holding on to that P3 spot. And here's the battle for P4. It's got TK, Oliroy, Taro, who absolutely missed that first corner. Just went flying off start. Oliroy basically lands on him. A little bit of bikes issues there. Goes down. But now Boca is right back in the mix here. TK trying to hold on. Oliroy looks to be just a little bit behind these guys, trying to hold it together. Might have to update here. There you go. TK is in that final transfer spot. Then we got Tiro and Boca battling right behind him, trying to settle into those ruts. Very tricky track, especially on this switchback here. Kind of hard to get into those ruts if you have too much momentum. So TK is going to hold on right now. He's actually going to get passed off of cuts, jumps off the track. Tiro is going to have it on track and off cuts. And Boca is now trying to move forward through. Has a chance. Small mistake in the whoops. He's going to hold on to it. Gets shot over to the far right side. But he's going to hold on. Still, TK kind of forces Tiro off to the side. Still not enough, though. He does have that second to cuts. Tiro lands off the track, though. See if that gives him cuts by the end of the lap here. TK trying to hold on. Boca still in the picture here. Not too far behind. He's got to wait for a mistake here. Doesn't have any cuts. And there goes a mistake from TK off the track to the left side. Tiro's going to move back in. Looks like Boca had a small issue of Moan. And they both get collect each other now. Burn and Oliroy is going to get in the mix here again. Oh, Tio, that's going to give you a bunch of cuts there, bud, off the left side. But down the inside it goes. Tiro has to hold on to it. TK in a good position now with all those cuts that Tiro is going to get. So Boca now has to worry about himself. But down it goes. Tucks the front end. And now Byrne has a bunch of mistakes in the background for Oliroy. So now Chase is trying to move forward. And then, ooh, Byrne able to get by Boca after he has a case there. And then TK slowly moving forward. Tiro, like I said, got a bunch of cuts there. Looks like a couple seconds up to 3 about. But Tiro trying to catch it back up to him. With Chase following close in pursuit. We've got Joku. Then we got Udiger, Boga, Oliroy. Then we have Laurent. There is Gurn finally. Still have not seen Dizzle. What happened to Dizzle? Looks like his game might have crashed or something. Hate to see it out of him. But TK holding on strong here with Tiro trying to move forward. Trying to keep it close. Don't know if he can. He does have all those cuts. So, leading out front is going to be Logan on the Husqvarna representing. There he is. Davey for Element FXR. Dylan of MRC in P3. And then we go back to TK and Taro, who are down together. Chase is going to get through. Joku's going to get through. Now we have a 4-way battle with Taro kind of making a mistake. I did not set it to 3 minutes, so that is a Twitch thing, not a me thing. Quimplain to them, not me. So Tiro trying to hold on, or it could be that I did that so you get 40 minutes free after that. So take your pick. Tiro holding on. Looks like Tiger has it. He's somewhere in this fight, it looks like. Got to find him here. But Chase, he's back in P9. So, ooh, Tiro down. And then Joku, Tiro taking out more people. Uturga. But Brian, and then TK. We have Joku. And there's Chase. We'll see where he picks up. Looks like, yeah, there he is in that fourth and final transfer spot. Then Joku having a double single. Brian kind of moving him out of the way. TK trying to come through here. Small mistake from Joku getting swapped left and right, able to hold on to it. And then he's going to actually make the pass there on Brian as TK tried to go down the inside of him. Can't really make anything happen because of it. So TK now he has to set himself up on the outside. He's going to take that second rut, going to get the double and then triple. He has Ollie Roy and Taro right behind him. And then now we just have to wait and see if they could catch up to Chase, who is still in that fourth and final transfer spot. Joku, table or single, gets the double. Another triple. Small mistake. Brian able to get right on through from him. And now he has to worry about Chase, who's just that little bit ahead. But they're coming on to the last lap, so they have one more lap to do. Now we have to wait. There goes TK trying to come into the inside. Pause. And then we get Joku making the pass into P5 once again. Trying to stay ahead of him. Through the whoops they go. Brian and TK able to make the pass. A little small mistake and a little sideways. Able to corral it back together. But Chase might be too big of a lead to lose it unless he has some mistakes there. Got to keep an eye on him. Going to stay this kind of far wide shot to keep an eye on both Brian and Chase there to see if any mistakes happen or if Brian can catch back up to him just off pure speed. He cases, front flips, down he goes. As long as Chase brings it home, he can even double the rest of the way through the track and make it home. But coming on to the finish line, it is going to be, looks like Dylan is going to get it after Davey had a lace race mistake. Dylan's going to win your LCQ. Then Logan P2, Davey P3, back to P4 is going to be Chase to hold on for that fourth and final transfer position. And that is going to be your top four. Moving on from this LCQ onto that 450 main event. A lot of chaos going on. That early start kind of happened. But everything kind of unfolded rather quickly there. TK and I believe it was one other person, Taro, were both in there. Fortunately, could not hold on to it long enough. So they ended up losing out. So it's going to be Dylan, Logan, Davey, and Chase moving on there into that 450 main. But next up, we're going to go on to that 250 main event since it is staggered. I'm going to swap over the overlay for it. But now we just wait and see. All right. We're going to swap over to this thing just to get an idea of everything. Heck yeah. Got everybody up there. Thank you, Lemonade, for the raid. Heck yeah, Viatic. All right. Alrighty. Heck yeah. I'll try to enjoy it. I just realized once I'm done with this stream, I gotta go race the Daytona 24 on iRacing. Goddamn. That gonna be a lot. Oh, there we go. Alrighty, boys. Time to get it on for the 250 main. They're slowly loading in right now. Yeah, I'm streaming 450s as well. The mains are the only thing that is staggered tonight. So doing 250 first and then the 450s. Oh, dear me. Oh, sweet Jesus. There might be. Well, it's staggered, so you're both getting screen time no matter what. So you might see a. Oh wait, never mind. You ain't gonna see shit. I don't have the overlay on. Duh. I gotta double check something. Let's hope it doesn't crash my game. Alright. I'm doing both, Reed. Like, oh no, you have to wait 20 minutes. Like, boo-hoo. Two months, you were literally racing 250s. Probably swap to this. Waiting for, I guess, one more person. Just waiting. Just waiting. There's chaps. Of course, this game crashed. So we got the Bud Racing bike. Got Firmurda's gear. Alright. I guess I have to do that because Nico says so. Nico says he's promoting Kaizo, so ban. Or Yeah. I guess, like, who knows? Travis is talking about using Kaizo and how he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna do it in the main too. I did it, and I did. I should do it. I should do it." And fucking being a little idiot that he is, because he doesn't know how to grow up apparently. I mean, me personally, if he's, yeah, I don't know. I prefer to stay the streamer, so I'm just not gonna talk about it no more. Oh, I'm doing good, Tyler. How are you? I see you've been grinding sim. So you've been grinding sim. Oh yeah. You've not been grinding bikes as much anymore. Back finally healed up, so you could go out and do things. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. That's the way. 5M. That's fair. That's fair. Alrighty, boys. We're on to the 250 main. Each bag get lit. We got RP, Shifty, LH, Waffle Slayer, Hayden, Easton, Bob, Billy, Jam, Frank, Victor, Shiz, Right Talks, HW, Aaron, Valentine, Mateo, Ken's third gate from the inside. We'll see if he could get it done. Moza, good heat race. We'll see if he could get it done here. They're revving the gates. Gates are down. We'll see who gets a good jump. Ken's kind of cuts over and Moza pushes him out of the way. Ken's into the first turn first. Not a good look for everyone else here. But he's going to pull on it through. He's going to go double, double, triple, get a nice early lead. Valentine, we got Frank up here into P3. Led a lot of the race last week. Trying to hold on Moza after getting shoved off up into P4 early. See if he can hold on to it, even move forward. It's going to double, not risk getting cross-jumped here. Aaron down the inside, gets into him, takes both of them down. And down they go, causing a huge pile up in that one corner. Right Talks involved, everyone back there. Victor jams, but Frank is going to hold on to P2. Ken's is going to lead him early. Not what you want to see from everyone else. Your points leader out front, seeing if he can make it 2 wins in a row here. But he's got Frank right behind him. He's got Yoda. Somebody jumping backwards is Shifty. Then we got, Yoda down at the end of the whoops. Looks like Shiz down as well. Able to save it, actually. Chapstick coming through. Valentin, Aaron. Chapstick kind of cutting over on Valentin. Not giving him the room that he needs. Trying to hold on here. Trying to move forward. We got Shiz trying to lead him early. Frank, small mistake out of P2. He's trying to come across here. Oh, it looks like Valentine is down. Looks like RP is down in the background too. Then we got Shifty moving forward. We got RP. Chapstick finally moving forward. Hold on. There we go. That'll do that. Trying Try to keep things civilized in the chat, so we'll see if he joins back and does it again. It's a gone for him. But Frank holding on to P2. Ken still leading, has a huge lead up to 10 seconds now over Frank. So Frank trying to hold on strong. Ooh, almost goes over the bars. A little panic rev there. Then we have Yoda sitting P3, Shifty and Aaron close by. RP, Chapstick, and Murda also as well. Three-way battle here for P3. Final spot on the podium. HW, I don't see him anywhere. Oh, he's down in P17. Don't want to see that out of P2 rider from last week. But Frank trying to lead this early pack, holding on to P2. Shifty right behind him. Looks like Yoda, small mistake, kind of cased or overjumped. One of the two ends up going down. And then Frank, small mistake. Shifty's going to move into P2 around the outside of him. He's going to get the triple perfectly. Does he get the triple to the inside? He does. All three of them get it. Aaron kind of cases just a tiny bit. And trying to hold on. Frank, ooh, kind of cross over on Aaron, but down he goes. Frank somehow stays up from it. Just your typical MX Bikes things out of that crash right there. Chapstick able to move up forward. Trying to hold on steady. We'll see if he can make any moves here to help himself improve in that championship. Get closer to Ken's, but him being in the lead is not helping anyone else who's trying to get into this title fight early. Aaron trying to hold on. You still see everyone trying to find out their positions. Murda, small mistake back there. There's HW, who is P2. And then Easton, Rytox, Mateo, LH. And we have Waffle Slayer. And then finally we see Moza, who was P3 last week, trying to get back into this race. He was up front early. Kind of got cut off on the start from Ken's. But he's able to hold on here. And then here's HW. He goes down again. Not really gelling with this track. Hate to see it for him. And it looks like Shifty goes down at a P2. Trying to hold it steady. Chapstick's going to come on through in P3. Frank's going to be right behind him. Sitting pretty in P4. Kind of gets a little square there. Can he make the triple? He's going to case it big time. Bounces. Holds on to it. Aaron. We'll see if we can get a pass here into P2. It looks like Chapstick trying to make a move going down the left-hand side. Cutting under. Beautiful move. If he could get the pass done. Shifty crosses up on him. Looks to go down the inside. We'll see. He cuts off the line. Second rut. And down he goes. Cannot make the inside rut there for him. So Chapstick into P2 here. And then Frank's going to move into P3 after that crash. Aaron P4. Murda 5. Yoda 6. And Shifty all the way down to P7 just from that one crash there. Now they're side by side up ahead. Aaron going down the inside of Frank can get the pass done. Going to get the step off. Can they get the triple? Good. They can. Can they get the next one? No. Can't. Frank checks up. Aaron cases. Murda's going to go down the inside. Get a 2-for-1 here going into that next turn. Frank small mistakes here. Jumping in between all of them. Aaron gets a bad place. Wrong place, wrong time. Ends up going down. And then Shifty still trying to catch back up. Kind of regroup here. Get it back together here. So amazing battles for P2, but Ken's 22 seconds up the road. Have to, wonder just how fast he really is on the 250. Ooh, looks like Frank's small mistake goes bouncing, doesn't crash somehow. And then he's got Shifty right behind him, gets launched all the way over to the right because of those ruts. Murda holding on steady in P2. Looks like Chapstick has a bit of cuts here as he's behind Yoda on timing and scoring. So Murda going down that middle rut. They're going step on off. Then they're going to go triple. Try to get another triple again if they can reach it. Chapstick, my case it. He actually got it pretty clean there for a tiny mistake. Going to go inside. It has to go double, double, single. As Murda was able to go triple, double. And then Yoda trying to stick onto him, very closely to see if any mistakes happen. Frank's sitting pretty in P5. Shifty down in P6 after being up early. Here's Victor up to P7 now, ahead of Aaron and Valentine. See if he could hold on and even make a charge forward to catch up to these guys. Just have to wait and see. And then there's Aaron right behind him. Ooh, looks like RP cased it. And then here we got Shiz and Easton. And then here's HW, second in points. Probably won't be second in points after tonight. Then we got Bob, Billy, and Moza, who is third in points. Same thing. Oh, front flips, back flips, lands it. There we go. That's how you ride the whoops in these games. Then we got Hayden holding on strong. Rytox looks like Waffle Slayer getting a big jump. Oh, Ken's finally lapping these guys. He's in a big group of people. See if he can get through all of them. Passes 3 of them right there. Ooh, goes over the bars. Him and Rytox collide. Look, he's got that 30-second gap to not really worry about it. So we turn around here. This is your battle for P2. Frank has it off of cuts. Chapstick P3. Just barely. Then we got Murda, Yoda, and Shifty. Watching him through this whoops. Frank gets a better drive than Chapstick. He's going to stay to the left-hand side. As Chapstick cut him off. Murda's going to get both of them down the inside. Good pass by Murda into P2. He goes. He might have cuts. We'll have to wait and see. They come around the next timing gate. Taking that inside. He's going to go double. Going to try the triple. Kind of overjumped that first double and had to case it. But still going to hold on nice and good. And then down the middle rut, so Murda's going to hold on. Chapstick going on, off, triple, trying to stick close. See if he could hold on to it. Ooh, thought that was a mistake. Looks like it's just maybe my issue, server issue, one of the two. Not working properly, but then we got Yoda, Valentine. Where'd Frank go? There's Frank down into P6 after being up there early. Small mistakes. Then we got Victor goes down, tucks front end. Aaron, now he's going to be right beside him. Not going to set himself up good by being on the outside into this finish line jump. So Victor's going to hold on. He might case. He does and takes both of them down. Hate to see it out of both of them, but here they go. Aaron tucks the front end down. He goes. Oh, cuts across on RP. That's not a good look for Aaron right there on that PWR machine. We are moving through the pack. We're up to Easton here. He's down in P11. So some love to the guys farther back in the pack. Victor trying to hold on strong. Then we got Valentine. Then we got Shifty. Oh, looks like small mistake from Murda, so Chapstick's going to get back in it here. Battle for that P2 spot. He's going to have the inside rut. Going to make it clean. Murda tries to squeeze even farther inside. Can't get it done. Gets stuck on that tough block there. Hitting the triple. All 3 of them getting it cleanly. So now we got to wait and see what Murda can do. Taking the outside, gets a better drive. Looks like Chapstick's struggling in the whoops there to get a good drive. He's staying far right. They're both going to go inside here. Murda cannot get it done. Kind of got a little close there with the drone, little action, the fake drone. Oh, Chapstick off the left side of the over-under. Does a front flip, back flip, whatever it is, goes down. So now Shifty up into that P2 spot. And looks like Ken's is having some trouble with lap traffic. He's down to 18 seconds only ahead of these guys, where it was 30 before. So got to keep an eye on that. I don't think it's going to come down enough for him to have to worry about the lead, but we'll have to wait and see. Murda trying to hold on strong to Shifty. He does have him off of cuts, I believe. That could have just been from the last timing gate. It looks like it is off of cuts, just barely. I don't know how you get half-second cuts, but I guess you can. Shifty holding on strong ahead of him, going over the finish line here. Murda keeping it close. We'll see what he can do here. Both get a good run through the whoops. Murda might have had a little bit better drive here. Gets a table over single, looking down the inside. See if he can make another pass again down the inside. Tries to cut over, cannot get over there quick enough. Shifty's going to hold on to that P2 for now. And we'll see if he could pull away to give himself it for sure on the timing and scoring. Mistake for Murda, has to go single, double, double. That's going to give Shifty the chance to get into that P2 nice and clean on his own. Got to keep an eye on this group behind him now as those guys kind of lost battle. It's Chapstick, Valentine, and Yoda. So Chapstick trying to hold on here. Going on-off triple. Valentine, small mistake in the rhythm. Chapstick trying to get to the inside of him. Cannot do it. Valentine actually squeezes him, and through he goes. So Chapstick kind of forces his way in there, but both of them staying up. Oh, and Valentine tries to force him. Goes down. Frank runs into him. Does not go down somehow. Gotta love that. Argentina's. English is hard, guys. Yeah, in case you didn't notice there. And Chapstick down. Cut across. Ooh. Sketchy tracker entry from everyone, just trying to get going, and Frank ends up going down because of it. At the end of the whoops, goes flipping, loses about 3 spots, 1 to Victor, 1 to Valentine, and 1 to Chapstick again. So gotta hold on to these guys. Frank keeping it steady. Trying to stay close to him. And then now got all these guys trying to move on through. All right, give me 1 second. There we go. Yeah, I don't know what that was about, but hey, it's not there anymore. So back to the action here. Shifty is still in that P2 spot ahead of Murda. Ooh, and Yoda goes down. So Valentine's going to go down the inside and make a pass into P4. We'll see. There might be so much cuts that it just isn't going to happen for him. But Chapstick is keeping it close. And then Victor, ooh, misses that rut, ends up going down in the background there. So Chapstick trying to move forward here to give himself a good shot at getting onto the podium. Maybe it might be a P4 at best. Just have to wait and see for him. Getting all these triples good. Yoda making a small mistake, not able to get the triple. Double. Can they get the triple? They're both sending it. Able to hold on and make that triple. It's definitely a tough one for these 250s to make it. Looks like Valentine had to double the triple. And Yoda cases. Chapstick barely clears it. They're all going to go outside here. Get a decent drive. Chapstick moves over to the right side. Try and maybe stay lower. Get a little bit better run or something. Can't fully hold on. But keeping an eye on this battle here. This is a shot for P, I think 4 it is. Unless that is Murd up ahead, it is. So they even have a chance at P3 if they hurry up and quit fighting each other and move on forward. There's Shifty lapping Shiz, who's up in P2, lapping Rytox here, who's down in P20. And we got Valentine. And it looks like Yoda battling here. Valentine staying left, gets a triple. Yoda cases it. So Murder's going to get a bit of a buffer here. He has Rytox in between him and Valentine and Yoda. Ooh, HW down. He's still down in P18. Not a good look for P2 at round 1 and then P18 round 2. Don't want to see that between them. Looks like Valentine had quite a bit sideways, getting kicked left and right, but able to hold on to it. Looks like they're all going inside here. Looks like Murda gets past Shiz, who pulls out of the way for him. See if Yoda can get by Rytox here. See what he could do. These guys all starting to spread out slowly. No full-on battles yet between any of them. It's just kind of working their way through lappers, trying to hold a steady race. Time has expired. So now Ken's is going to be coming to the white flag. It looks like he actually passed it just before. Gosh, how far ahead is he? There he is. So he passed it before time expired. So yeah, 2 laps to go for everyone else. Rytox a little bit in the way, but he has Shiz up ahead of him that he is fighting for. So trying to hold on steady. Yoda's going to get around him. Going to get a drive through the whoops. Ooh, small mistake from Shiz. And here's Chapstick. Shifty up in P2 now. We come across the start straight for him. Haven't talked much about him. Talked about him when he was, fighting there a little bit, but he finally, got in there, kind of checked out from everyone for this P2 spot. Looks to be holding on steady, as it looks like Ken's is about to take the white flag here in a couple turns. Looks like there he just did. He's all the way up here. So no real battles in timing and scoring. It shows for Chapstick and Victor, but that is because of cuts. Frank down in P9, but keep an eye on Ken's here. See just how he's maneuvering through this track after getting the whole shot and pulling the lead. And, trying to get a big gap. So just keeping an eye on him. He's going to go on-off here. He's going to get the triple. Going to get the second triple. He's got Hayden up ahead of him that he's about to lap. Just being consistent, not crashing, is really what kind of helped him prevail here tonight.
It's going to come around the switchback area. Turn back around and coming to take the checker flag for round number 2 of 250 West is going to be Ken's, making it 2 for 2 on the season. Doing a good, English is hard, yep. Leading start to finish, showing why he's the red plate and why he's going to be a big title threat for the rest of these guys. And then you see Shifty coming along, getting the P2 here tonight. Solid ride, having to come through the pack. T-Moss quit egging him on and just fucking sit there and chill. And then Murdo got that P3. Yoda's going to get P4. Valentine's going to come across P5. We'll see if he can get Chapstick, though. Chapstick got him off a cut. So P5 Chapstick, P6 Valentine. 7th for Victor. It's going to be 8th for Waffle Slayer, I believe. And then it's going to be a 9th for Easton. 10th for Aaron. It's going to be a P11 for Frank here tonight. It's going to be P12 Hayden. 13th Bob Billy. 14th for Moza, who was 3rd in points coming tonight. 15th for Jam. 16th for RP. 17th for HW, who is 2nd in points. Mateo, 18th. 19th for Shiz. 20th for Ride Talks. And a DNF for LH. All right. Now I'm going to go connect to the 450s. All right, boys, we're loading into the 450 main event. Well, yeah, ads are going to be a thing no matter what, as I'm an affiliate with Twitch. If you're on Twitch a lot, I'd recommend getting Turbo over just straight up subscribing to me. Subscribing gives me more money, but like Twitch Turbo, if you're watching more than one person, is cheaper overall. Yeah, I lowered it, so now it's 2-minute ads, but instead of every 40 minutes, it's going to be every 25 minutes. Because I lowered it to 2-minute ads. I don't know. All right, so we have Davy's bike. We got Dorian Merritt's bike. Jake's bike. Fresh's bike. Got Reed. Okay. He sent me a bike skin for the Fantic, and he's riding the KTM. Thank you for making me download a bike that is not needed, Reed. Alrighty, boys. We starting. Oh, boys. 450 main event time. 20 minutes plus 1 lap. Good 450 lap time. Pros are running about a minute. So if you got about a minute or less. 59 was cut off, I think, for pros. So, around a minute. Let's see, we got Chase, Davey, Logan. Someone just went back to the pits. Dylan, Callum, Sundog, Hawk, Reed, TJ, J7, Dorian Merritt, Neon, Trey, Linz, Pitt, Fresh, Trojan, Boy, Jake, Cam, Steiner, Aiden. Looks like Alex sent me the wrong shit for Moto Academy because I downloaded their stuff and I don't have Cam or Ken's stuff. But gate is down. Linz gets a good jump but almost loops it. Trey gets a decent one down the start. Going to come around here. It looks like Cam's going to get the whole shot, but Jake is just right there, and he's going to actually take it from him. So it's Jake leading the way with Cam, Linz, Trey. And then Trey makes a small mistake on the inside. Jake quadding, but Cam cuts over on him. They both save it somehow, but Cam into the lead, not what everyone sees. Same thing that Ken's did early. Linz gets collected with Trey there. Hate to see it for both of them, as Cam, small mistake, didn't get to see it, was looking at all the carnage in the back. But now Tim and Jake are battling here for the lead. Jake leading over lap 1. We'll see if Cam can go down the inside. He does. He squares it up, somehow going over all those ruts, and is going to basically jump his way through the whoop section. Gets to the second one. Jake down the inside, leaves him the space, and Cam, that might be it for the early race leader. He's going to be gone, and Davey goes down. Trojan gets into him. Reed. Then we got Neon, Callum, J7, Fresh, Dorian Merritt. Then we finally see Linz again with Boy, then Sundog. Moving forward with all of them. So, back up front, like I said, it is going to be Cam. Jake kind of keeping him honest, but he's starting to lose touch already here. And then Logan holding on to a solid P3. I think he was in the LCQ. He cross jumps into Trojan. Trojan somehow stays alive. He got Reed behind him. Jumping in the inside. Reed's going to go to the middle rut. He's going to get the triple in, then double. But Trojan getting a P3 early right now is really strong for him. And just a cluster of riders. A lot of that Element FXR team in there. Everyone moving forward. Holy cow, that is a lot of riders. Linz is involved in that somewhere. Got Davey, Neon, Linz, JS7, Dorian Merritt, Logan, Boy. Looks like someone's down. Looks like it's Sundog. And then Steiner is in the back here. He's going to go down the inside. Can't send the bike up quick enough. Boy getting tossed sideways. Down he goes. Steiner barely misses him. Back over the over-under. It's Callum leading the way over Fresh, Davey, Neon. Oh, Davey and Neon go down. Linz gets ran into. Neon and Linz are second and third in points. It's almost like a repeat of the 250 race where You know, first place just checking out early, and then second and third in points just cannot get it going and are stuck in the back of the pack for a while. We're 3 minutes into this main event. Lynn's trying to get around Dorian Merritt, trying to stay to the left side of him. So he can get anything done. He can't in that one section, but he's got to be patient. Neon jumping triple-double around to Logan. And now Logan's got to worry about the whole pack riders behind him of JS7, Aiden, Chase, Davey, everyone on that Element FXR team, along with a few others from other teams. Lynn's mistake on the finish has to roll double, lose a spot to Neon. And through they go into the whoops. Someone jumping off the side of the track. It is Fresh of that 7MX team. They're all chasing after Dorian Merritt, who's only up to P7. So we're going to go forward just a little bit. They see Reed trying to follow in close pursuit to Trojan for that third place spot. Reed in P4. Slowly waiting to see for him. Then you got Cam. And then you got Reed in here. Trojan slowly. Everyone's starting to spread out up front. Callum. And then we finally go backwards to Neon with Linz and Aiden trying to follow in pursuit. Aiden getting past Linz after he made a mistake. Here comes Fresh down the inside. Moves him out the way. Actually gives him some room. Linz kind of crosses up on him. It looks like JS7 and Dorian Merritt and Chase are all down together there. Ooh, and then Steiner goes down as well, or just behind him. Jake, a small mistake out front, trying to catch up to Cam or stay with him. So Neon now leading this pack in P6. Lynn's P8, P7 for Aiden on that 71 machine. Now starting to get spicier with Trojan and Reed. Going triple. Can Reed get the second triple? He does. He's going to triple into the corner. Trojan going at double single here. Reed on that number 20 machine. Ooh, gets into the tough blocks there on the right side. It's going to slow him down just a tiny bit. Jake is actually into the lead, so he's giving Cam some trouble here. Trying to take the win away from him. Jake really vibing with this track right now. But got the early lead here, where I think he might have lost it a lap ago. Going down over that over-under jump. So keep an eye on this front battle. Cam, another small mistake. Seems that every time he cases something, it just basically looks like he stalls the bike instead. So Trojan now closing in to maybe even catch up to Cam now and make something happen. Going step over, he's going to go triple, and then triple again, and then he's going to get triple single. So he's taking an alternate line compared to everyone else, and it seems to be working for him. Really consistent is what he's going for. But Jake is going to lead another lap here as we just crossed the 5-minute mark. 15 more minutes to go here in San Diego. But Jake leading the way. Ooh, holding on to her. Don't know much about the EU guys, so don't know if this is really Jake's strong suit. I know he's a fast rider and all, but Cam down the left-hand side, staying lower, he's going to make the pass into the lead. And now Jake has to fight back. He's looking down the inside here, see if he can make anything happen. He's going to go inside here, miss the inside rut, so he has to go double. Double. Does he triple into the corner? He can't. Oh, he barely does. He cases it, though. Getting the inside rut. Cam gets the quad. But that inside going on-off isn't much slower than the quad. He's going to go double-triple compared to the triple-double. He's going to case the triple out, though. Going to lose even more time. And Reed still close with Georgian here. Gonna make something happen between them. Yeah, we just wait and see for him. Keeping an eye on him. Lynn's did say this would be the night that Trojan would beat him. This would be the year, and maybe tonight is the night that that happens to him. So Jake holding on steady. He's taking this inside rut almost every time, which, you know, he's taking different ruts compared to everyone else. Ooh, small mistake there. That's going to cost him even more time, and that might be enough for Cam to settle into a pace and relax and try to check out as best as he could. Yes, sir. So Callum still sitting back here in P5. Neon P6. And then we got 7th and 8th of Fresh and Aiden. TJ up to 9th. I saw him in dead last for a little bit. Lynn's battling right behind with Boy and J7 for P10. Oh, as those two kind of come together on the right-hand side. The teammates forcing each other off. Lynn's going double, single compared to the triple-double from Boy. Outside goes Lynn's. He's going to lose the spot. He's going to have the inside, actually, and he's going to make the pass back. He's going to guard the inside here. Coming up to the double. Into the Supercross triple. Scrubs it. Where's the 360s we saw in practice? Lynn's going around the outside. Getting the whoops done perfectly. Somebody's down up ahead of him. It's Fresh. So I got to be careful. Looks for Boy. Can't get down the inside to make the pass. Now they're going side by side here. Ooh, sorry, that was just Lynn's again that I saw. I thought it was Reed somehow falling back. TJ slowly moving forward again. Pass Fresh into P8. Wait and see, going triple here. We have Aiden, TJ, Fresh, Lynn's, Boy. Forward, see if we could find Cam. There's Trojan and Reed still. And then if I go a little bit the ways, there's Jake. And then we finally find Cam still rocking the Santa hat, even though it is January now. I think that's his signature thing of always rocking it. So now he's starting to pull a bit of a gap to Jake now. Looks like Steiner retired halfway through. So slowly trying to look to battles. Everyone's just kind of spaced out just a tiny bit. And then you got Callum and Neon still. Neon hawking him down, trying to get his, championship hopes still there. And then Aiden, TJ, Fresh, and Lynn's finally caught back up to the back of him. Gets cross jump, front flips, takes at least both of them down because of it. And his bike just does not stop flipping. Lynn's not going to be too happy about that one. But Boy now still ahead of Fresh here because of that crash. Down the inside goes Fresh. Front flipping. Oh, just barely misses him. Almost could have been a bad crash there for Boy with Fresh almost taking him out. So now Lynn's has to charge forward here. Keeping an eye on him. Oh, looks like Fresh might have went for the quad. Barely got it. They both have to go double here. Lynn's might be trying to quickly get around Fresh after that, cross jump that he had last lap. He's going to be aware of him here. It was in this section. He's going to cut under him. Kind of a little bit of contact there. But nothing too bad for either of them. Coming into the whoop section now. Ooh, getting launched to the sky by Fresh's. Just keep an eye trying to look for Cam. There he is. As Jake is slowly closing in. I saw it on the leaderboard there. So now we've got to keep an eye on this battle between Jake and Cam. It's Jake. They got to get around the lappers. It's Dorian Merritt and Sundog. Oh, and Dylan down in the way. And Jake hits him. Stays up barely, but not what he wants. And then Sundog down, almost going backwards into him. Not what he wants, but... So he was just closing in on Cam. Don't know if it was because of the lappers or not, but closing in, you hate to have that happen to you. Especially with the good chance at it. So we got to keep an eye on the timing and scoring for that battle. There's Trojan and Reed slowly moving through the pack as well. But this would be Trojan's first podium in an aerial race. I could be completely wrong on that, as I didn't watch either of the times that he raced it. But even these guys are slowly closing in on Cam and Jake, so it's not completely over for them. And I think TJ did end up getting around him. Yeah, there's TJ getting around all of them. Neon even getting around Callum, who's fallen all the way down to P9 here, battling with Aiden. Now, there's Lynn's finally come through in P10. Thank you, special media. Hope you guys have fun in the NA stream later tonight. Ooh, someone's down. Who? Sundog. Internet. Not good. Looks like Neon got passed by Boy, but still trying to keep an eye on this battle here between Trojan and Reed. See if anything starts to form with 6 minutes to go here. We'll have to wait and see for it. Just up the road is Cam and Jake side by side now. Just caught that at the corner of my eye. We'll see if Jake can make something happen here. Get the dub. Looking down the inside. He's going to go to his inside. Go double, triple, double here. Oh, he's going to go double, double, triple. Said to cut to the inside. Get the on-off instead of the quad. Like I said, kind of even there. And he's going to set himself up good. Down the inside he goes. Gets the pass done on Cam. Into the lead goes Jake. We'll see how long he can hold on to it. Can't get the inside rut there. So Cam's going to take it right back from him. So here they go through the whoops. We'll see if Jake can make it happen. He has 5 minutes left to close in once again and try to make a pass for the lead here. Going double, triple to the inside as always. I like Jake's lines here. He isn't, following what everyone else is doing. It's giving him the opportunity to not have to really fully worry about it getting rough throughout the main event. And he just has to kind of hold it together and be consistent, which is what his lines are. They're all about being consistent and not really sending any big lines for him. Wait, see, thank you, Dizzle. See if Jake can catch up to Cam here. Really, the only one keeping him honest here today. It's Trojan and Reed are slowly battling behind him. Let's go check in on that battle since those two seem to have separated just a tiny bit. There's Trojan and there's Reed. Does this one finally start? It's been waiting to happen. They've been 3 and 4 the whole moto. Reed, small mistake. Has to go double, double, single. Doesn't take the inside line. So Trojan going to pull back ahead. Every time a battle starts to root these guys, someone makes a mistake and it just does not unfold. So Trojan's still able to hold on to that P3 spot ahead of him. So we got to wait and see. Jake covering the inside off of Davey as Cam starting to pull away. It's up to 3 seconds now. Reed sending it down the inside, almost runs into him. Who almost goes down. Dorian Merritt kind of runs into him, not expecting him to be there. So it could have gone from bad to worse there as getting a full-on crash from Reed, but now he's to worry about Sundog and his laggy ass right behind him. I mean, no offense by it, it's just the way the MX Bikes works there, Sundog. Around the middle rut, getting the over underbridge good. And you go back about 12 seconds. It is TJ in that P5 spot. And you got Troy still trying to hold on to theirs. Reed slowly closing. I think Reed has the pace on Trojan, But Trojan is just that much more consistent where he could hold on to it and not make the mistakes that Reed's making and end up going down. He's also taking the safer lines, which are helping him out here. So down the inside goes Reed. Can he capitalize? Mistake from Trojan. Misses a rut. Now he's right behind him. Looks like J7 goes down. Does not come on track to ruin either of them, so that's a good thing for them. 2 minutes to go. Can Trojan hold on to get a podium here tonight at round number 2? Woo. Round number 2 had a hiccup come up there. Reed holding on strong. Looking down the inside. Might have something. He does not. Trojan gets a good drive out of the corner. Mistake from Reed. Kind of cases that with the back tire. See if he could hold on here. Kind of playing the patient game. He does have 2 minutes and a lap to go. Mistake from Trojan. Gets squirrely in the rhythm. And he finally loses that podium position. After all this time of holding on to it, they got to worry about the lappers behind him. Step over. Triple from Trojan. He's going to come alongside him. Can he take the inside? He can't. Reed, small mistake. Down. He saves it. Barely colliding. Lapper's in the way. Lapper takes down Trojan of Davy. Kind of cut over him, and then Reed does a backflip right ahead of him. So these lappers got to get out of the way for these guys to battle, and now they do. So Trojan back into P3 after all that chaos and carnage for that couple of laps. Got to be sweating bullets there on that number 56 machine. Got Reed still hanging on close. Looks like Galen's worked his way up to P6. Late moto, good race for him. Neon falling down to P9, so that's going to give Lindsay advantage in the championship between the two of them. Reed down the inside. Can he get the triple from him? He can't. It cases it. That's going to give Trojan even more time, but he sends the quad and barely cases it. Sungdog just being all too close to Reed. It's got to be sketchy for him, but Trojan got a little bit of a gap now. Going back up front, it looks like Jake is right behind Cam. We got to wait and see. I think cuts. Yes, there is cuts for Cam. So Jake just has to stick close here in these final 2 laps here to win a main event here in 2026. Scrubs it. Mistake over the bars. Cases it. Scrubbed it a little too hard. Even Cam did too. But down he goes. So he's got to catch back up, remount, get back going, find a flow, and get within a second of Cam to get the win here tonight. He's been keeping him honest all night. He finally caught the mistake he wanted by Cam getting a second of cuts, and then Lapper's in the way, forces him out of the way. Not taking no for an answer. He's really pushing it tonight to try to catch back up to Cam and give himself a good shot at that win. Cam slowly pulling away, though. We got to see how Jake works his way through this traffic coming up. Gets through this rhythm, cases a tiny bit. Can he get the second one? He does. Now he's got to get past Pitt here. So Lapper and Cam's got to get past JS7 as he's coming up to the white flag here. There's a chance for it to happen if a mistake comes from Cam. White flag, last lap here at San Diego. See if Cam can hold on here and get the second win of the year and make it 2 for 2, just like his teammate on the 250. Cam's mistaken the whoops, trying to avoid it. JS7 probably got a little cautious there. Jake, small mistake. It looks like he might be too far back to make anything happen unless a crash happens. And Troy, gotta wait and see. Still don't see Troy. There's Troy. He is still ahead of Reed. So Cam might hold on to it, but I gotta keep an eye on this battle right here for P3 with Troy and Reed fighting hard. So Troy's trying to get a podium here in Supercross. Reed also trying to get that podium as well. I think this might be a first one for both of them if either of them get on here today. But Cam, it looks to be, might be holding on to it for sure. There's Trojan getting the table over single. It looks like we do see Cam come across, and he's going to take the victory here at round number 2. And now we're going to go back to this battle for P3. It looks like Troy mistake. Reed looking down the inside. We'll see if Troy can make the pass back again. He has to get back into the rut. He's got to cut over. There's a lapper down in the way of Reed. Reed hits him, goes down, and Reed loses it. Davey causes a pileup with Reed, and Troy's going to get that final podium spot on the night. So Troy goes down on his own, small mistake. Reed gets by, and then Reed runs into a lapper, and Trojan is going to end up getting that podium. Reed getting P4. TJ going to come across P5. Linz is going to make it a P6. P7 for Boy. It's going to be a P8 for Neon, a P9 for Chase of MRC. It's going to be a P10 for Fresh or Callum. It looks like Callum's going to get him. Fresh is going to get him maybe off of cuts. Callum P11, 12th for Aiden. But that is going to be it. And Reed is raging in the aerial pits. So it's Cam, Jake, and Trojan getting your podium tonight. Cam almost threw it away. Jake made it interesting till the very end. And then Trojan basically got in there and almost never let Reed by. Maybe that one time right there is the only time Reed ever got by him. And then, of course, he had to run into a lapper on the final lap. Hate to see it for him. But that is going to call the night. We'll see if points can get updated quickly enough to show you. But who really knows? All right. Okay. We're going to go to here, see if we could find a... Okay, so points have been updated for 250s. As you can see, it's kind of cut off, but you can still see it. Yeah, round one is bricked. I noticed that. But yeah, Ken's obviously going 1-1. Murda is going to be P2 in your points. Chapstick is going to be P3. P4 is going to be Shifty. And P5 is going to be Valentine. Moza, who was P3 coming into round one, is going to be 7th after tonight. And HW, who's 2nd after round one, is going to be all the way down in P9. So results are uploaded. Let's take a look-see here. See, let's add 22 to Lynn's. See what that is. That is going to be an amount that I would have to calculate because I'm slow. 38 points for him. 50 for Cam. No, plus 20. So, sorry, 36 for him. And 36 for Neon. So they're tied now on points. Don't know what position it is for. Hold on, I could do this. I could pull up the... Okay. So let's see. Let's do some math here. Where's Reed? Reed had 18 points. So 18 plus 18. Damn, he went 4-4 first two rounds. Hate to see it for him. That is 36. So he is tied with Linz and Neon right now. Trojan had 16 plus 20, 36. So there is a four-way tie between Trojan, Reed, Linz, and Neon, I think, for P2. No, Jake 17 plus 22. It's going to be 39. So Jake is P2, and then there's a four-way tie for P3 between Trojan, Reed, Linz, and Neon. So that is your points. Heading into round number 3, I think they're going back to Anaheim. I could be completely wrong about that. But yeah. Thank you guys for letting me stream the races. Thanks everyone for showing up. And that is going to be all for tonight. Hope you have a fantastic night. And good luck to all the boys doing NA. And head over, if you guys want to watch that, go over to Special Media. They'll be streaming that for you guys. Till then, see you all next week. And yeah, peace out.